I am talking about really like what are you feeding your brain and what are you feeding your brain BS? Now, I'm not talking about the BS that comes from an animal source. I'm talking about the BS, the belief system that we have that's really running the show. These belief systems are what's dominating us every single day. So as a performance coach, one of the things that I'm always focused on is focusing on, what are the blocks? What are the blockages that are having people stop from doing what it is they say they're going to do? These belief systems is a frame of mind. We compose this frame of mind. And we either have this tunnel vision for why we can't have things, why things won't work, why, every reason under the sun, why this is just not going to work out, or we have the tunnel vision that is guided by a different kind of light, a different kind of direction. And for many people, a coach is what's going to really have them, pull forward into that tunnel. So I always say to my clients and to everyone that I love, what's your sweet obsession? So that sweet obsession is that focus where, for me, that sweet obsession is my son. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, that's going to stop me from giving my child what I want my child to have. And it's a sweet obsession. Now, unfortunately, for most people, we don't have these equal focus for every single thing in our life. Now imagine as a parent, the amount of focus and love and attention you give to your children. What if you're able to give that same focus towards that goal you want, towards losing weight, towards starting your own business, towards creating your own new network of people, of power people, of influential people, that focus to develop that community project that you want. It's not that we have, this short time in life. It's that we spend so much time wasting it. At the end of the day, you need to be responsible for the things you're focusing on. Now, I always have these 3 principles, these focus skills that I share with a lot of people. And these focus skills are something that you can practice every single day. So the first skill is the willingness. It's like a complete surrender. Nike had the most powerful statement in marketing history: just do it. And that's it. That's really all it is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to just do something. We all have that ability. And then the second is the discipline, doing it because you said you would. Now, how many times do you say you're going to do something and you don't do it? How many times do you say, okay, I'm going to start my diet on Monday? Or, today I'm going to leave 30 minutes early and I'm going to get to work. And the third is, your commitment. What are you committed to? So a lot of times I'm coaching people, and, I'm asking them the questions. Why do you want to have this for yourselves? So, they come to me with a life goal that they want to accomplish. And I take them through an interview process and I ask them, why do you want this? Why is this so important to you? So they give me this long spiel of why it's so important to them. And then I ask them, okay, so why haven't you done it then? And they give me this longer spiel of all their reasons why they can't have it. I always dangle the dollar in front of them and I say to them, if I was to give you $1 million, would you stop eating donuts? Like, let's get real. Okay, would you really stop eating those donuts if I dangled money in front of your face? And they look, they smile, and they're like, yeah, I would. Now, it's amazing because we go to work and we know we have to start at 9 o'clock. And most of us will do everything to be there at 9 o'clock if the fear factor comes into play. Like if we know that if we don't be at our jobs on time, we are going to get fired. See, there's a risk involved, a risk of a loss. And when we come from a risk of loss, we're always going to be that person who's going to do what we said we were going to do. I am, part of a leadership and training program. And one thing that we train and develop people in is being people that really keep their word at all times. And I remember, a year or 2 ago, I was this person, and the odd time I still am, I was this person that's always late. And I have every reason under the sun why I was late. When I really took on, understanding that it just wasn't acceptable for me in my life to be late anymore, I started doing and practicing every day being early. So not just being on time, but being early. And I still deal with this. But what was interesting that I discovered was for that whole year, I was on time for these meetings all the time, on time for what it was that we were doing. And then I realized that what I wasn't doing was doing the same with my family and friends. The reason why is because when I would not show up on time there, it was absolutely embarrassing. I mean, no one was there, hammering down the wrong, acts and like that on me. But what they were doing is really pointing out this is just unacceptable of you to do this. And so being embarrassed was a risk for me. And for that reason, I was constantly always, being on time all the time, if not early. Now, what I noticed is I wasn't doing the same thing for my son. And then I had to ask and question myself, what am I really committed to here? And what I realized was that I knew my son would understand, and I took that for granted. It wasn't until he actually took the time and put me aside and said, Mommy, this just doesn't make me happy. You can't do this anymore. And then it was at that point when my heart ached, I really got it. So what I'm saying to you is that commitment is really important. You can't go around saying you want something in life and then taking actions that are completely irresponsible. What you end up doing is focusing completely on not being committed to it versus being committed to it. Those are the three, focus skills that I offer my clients all the time. And I always say to them, the only way you're going to do what you say you're going to do is simply just do it. What you want to be asking yourself is, what is your focus? So today I really want to leave you with asking you to give up your BS, because your BS ain't giving you what you want in life, and focus on really what matters to you. So with that, have the most beautiful and blessed day, and I can't wait to speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.